Respect.
We're back, dude, to where it all started.
It is. We are in the very office in North Dakota that we did the first recording ever. We'll get them next time.
Yeah, back to our roots.
And I'm pretty sure you named the podcast and the pickle jar right around the same time.
That's right. I was kind of naming things back then.
Yeah, you were.
I was probably supposed to have some kids in another life at that time, and I just had some name and juice flowing. So I guess I'll make a podcast and if I can name a house.
Well, you got to quit using condoms. That'll be a good start.
Thank you. But, oh, yeah, dude, where it all started. Here we are, Office Pod. You want to rip an Office Pod? Remember when that was just common nomenclature?
Yeah, I'm just not used to you not having a table full of PBRs getting ready to tell me I'm a bad dad.
Okay.
In this office.
We'll stop right now. We'll stop the whole podcast. Everybody will know it's because of you. And
I'll
release this 2-minute podcast, and I'll say, this is the last one ever. He won't let it go.
Is that like in the shop the other day when you said, if I whipped you with that towel, we would no longer be friends?
Well, I said I would have to stop being your friend.
Yeah.
I guess it's the same thing, but I just wanted you to know that this wasn't up to me. It was up to you. If you would.
I'm placing this in your hands. I will delete this shit tomorrow.
It's called cause and effect.
You know what's been heavy on my mind? Get over it. Get over it. Get on with it. Get up. Get moving. No one's coming. Whatever shit you're going through, whatever you're waiting to fucking do, whatever you think's going to be better tomorrow, it's not. Get the fuck up and get something done. Get your life together.
That's what I needed to hear today. Also, we got to remember the self-kindness. So maybe I'll do that for myself instead of taking that advice.
Cool.
Because I've been away from home for a week. I've been around people that I need a lot of time alone to charge up.
You have been on the road. You've been a little road dog.
Yeah, and I've been on the road, and I've just been around people. I've been interacting.
And you were on the road right before that. You did a weekend in Boise straight to Tuesday on the road, right?
So a lot of things are moving. So it's, of course, speed train. You'll get a little spun out and jammed up sometimes, but get over it. Keep moving. Wake up. Do your thing. I went to bed at 10 o'clock last night. I slept till 8. 10 hours.
That's a good night's sleep.
Because I said, if I go to bed right now, I'll probably feel good tomorrow. It was a lie, but I swung the bat, dude. Feel like fucking shit today.
Oh, you gave it a go. I'll try again tomorrow.
So that's what's on my mind. But I'm actually doing pretty good. You raised the vibe enough today that I finally got a hold of it by
Today
now.
was a good day for me. Mm-hmm. It started from the second I woke up. Read a couple pages of the book you got me. Hung out in direct sunlight. Got to the shop. Got the vibe going. Got the truck backed up. Thank God for Braden. I think it would have took him 3 or 4 hours. He was moving a little slow today.
Now, am I crazy for having the idea that, I look at it and I go, the day that you had today, what's the reason we don't have that every day? And is it possible? And can we do it? And what do you have to do to achieve that? Because that's how I look at it.
I might end up talking in circles here, but I'll tell you what I felt today. Yes.
My thought is, we have good days like that. We figure out how to do it every day, and then you blink and you had an amazing life.
For sure.
Okay. Yes.
So I've had a couple thoughts about that today, and this might just be talking in circles. But yesterday I drank. Mm-hmm. But today I was still fine and had a great day. And I'm starting to think that you are right. Getting out in the sunshine first thing in the morning, charging up, self-kindness, those things, because today I woke up and I wasn't having anything less than a good day. We weren't putting our feet on the ground without having. We woke up and it was from the second we got out of bed. And I guess I wish I could get that every day. And I get closer and closer to it as these last couple months have gone on. But there's been last week at the end of that weekend of drinking for Memorial, I was not.
You really hated yourself.
Yeah, fucking a lot, dude. I fucking hated myself so much.
Or there was contention.
But we felt good, and yesterday we put in a bunch of work and got fucking 19 done. It just fucking feels good to show up and get shit done and do your fucking part. And the one thing, after the 21 days of not drinking, the one thing I gained was when I left work after that hitch, I fucking could hang my hat on that. There wasn't no part of me that felt like, oh, we should have tried harder. You didn't have a good attitude. You showed up at 9 instead of 8.
You kind of tried on what it would be like to live your ideal life a little bit.
And
as far as the moment to
100%. And I think the one thing that I got going on mentally right now is I am so fucking dead set on choosing a better path. I do not want to be where I'm at. Not that I have a bad life, but I don't want to be where I'm at mentally at 40 where I was 30.
I fully understand.
I got to change
Thankfully,
that.
we know we won't be, but yes, we're going to make sure. We're going to do it on purpose. 100%. We're not going to accidentally be like, no, I'll be cooler in 10 years and not in the same fucking cycles of bullshit.
We enjoyed the fuck. I told Braden today riding in the pickup, we were talking about drinking on the way to lunch and just about drinking, and he was like, yeah, I think I'm going to chill on it or whatever, and God damn it, how did I just lose it? Oh, we were talking about what I told him was there's nothing left to gain from it, right? I have every drinking story you can have, good and bad. Fucking DUIs, fucking jail, fucking some of the sickest fucking parties and dicking around with your friends, falling in love. Yeah. There is nothing left from drinking and drugging that I can get that I don't already have. And I've just got this every time I drink. It makes me feel like I'm taking 20 steps back, even though I'm not. I'm waking up the next day with a couple bucks spent, but it's gotten to the point where it really beats me up the day after. It makes me feel like shit. But yesterday, when we had a couple beers after we got the tank off and we were going to go stop at the bar, it was the same thing as Saturday night. I told Braden when we went to the bar, I said, I'll have one drink, one shot, and I'm getting in my pickup and leaving. You'll have to walk home. Like, I'm not staying. And I think that's a part, going home and doing what you're supposed to, whether that was knowing you got to do your laundry, you got to do your dishes, whatever you had waiting at home for you, handling that shit, eating a good meal, and getting a good night's sleep, I think is 60% of having a good day.
It really is. And that's what Grandpa said to me yesterday, which was so cool to hear him say. We talked about sleep schedules, and he goes, and I said, yeah, I've been going to bed at 10. I didn't realize till you pointed it out to me, Austin, that, I have an amazing sleep schedule for a dude that's unemployed, that is kind of a drug addict, that like just fucks off, or whatever they want to say about me. We know what I'm out here doing. I'm fucking connecting with people. My point is, I'm up at 7 a.m. every morning, which isn't crazy, but you remember sleeping until 11. My point is, Grandpa says, I tell him that. And he goes, yeah, that's because that's how humans are designed. They're supposed to go to bed. And I went, I remember when I fought with a girl for like 6 weeks about this idea. As some people are night owls. Ugh. Yeah, no shit. And it made me feel so good to just be like, oh, cool, an old person that understands that people are supposed to sleep during the nighttime.
There is nothing that pisses me off more than someone that stays up till 3 or 4 in the morning and then gets up in a shitty mood around 11 or noon and goes, well, I just stay up at night. I can't sleep. Bull fucking shit.
Try harder.
Yeah, seriously. Meet me down at the shop at 7 a.m. and I promise by the time I send you home at 5, you're going to have no fucking problem crawling into your bed and falling asleep at 8, you fucking simp.
That happened to me yesterday. It was really nice. It was like 9:30 and I went, oh shit, I am getting very tired. And I thought, B-Train, you've been burning the candle. Go get in bed. And I was in bed by 9:40. And I was like, this is so nice. And then my mind raced for 30 minutes. Because sometimes that happens when you lay down, guys. It doesn't mean you can't sleep. It just means your mind's racing, and eventually you fall asleep.
And also, sometimes you stumble on some shit when you're not staring at your phone or the fucking TV, and you're thinking.
And we don't think that thinking solves all the problems, but it's better than distracting.
You ain't shit.
And I'll say this. I stumbled on a couple things last night. Well, the big thought I had, and I even Googled it to see if anybody else has had it before, and I don't think they have. This is I felt like this is my first... Everything I say about psychology are direct quotes that I've memorized from psychology books from smart people. So that's why I say them with so much confidence. I didn't decide that vulnerability is the bridge to connection, you know?
Yeah, no shit.
But this one I came up with myself because I found that I kept being very grateful and hitting so many buts. And I just want this. And then I went, yo, dude, gratitude doesn't come with caveats. We don't do gratitude and say, but this. But also, we do gratitude and it ends with a period and we're fucking good. And I Googled gratitude doesn't come with caveats. And I found psychologytoday.com wrote an article on how gratitude isn't actually helpful or something. And I immediately went, okay, so I'm right. I was like, the mainstream media says that what I just typed into Google is wrong. So obviously I'm on the right track.
Yeah, no shit, huh? And you'll run with it for a year.
So gratitude doesn't come with caveats, my folks, my friends.
It doesn't. That's a genuine, straight out of B-Train's brain thought.
Thank you. You can get that tattooed. You can tell your friends about it. You can roll it up in a burrito, shove it up your ass.
You can, too. I'll fucking eat it. Oops. Sorry. That got away from me. How do I feel today, B?
I have another thing. I am the most comfortable I've been podcasting ever.
Mm-hmm.
We freaking cut our teeth here, dude.
Yeah.
I feel
It's
like
great, dude.
Home court advantage is what it feels like.
If we would have had a video of how we looked the first time we tried recording, holy fuck, dude.
And then freaking circle back now.
Yeah, that would have been
Isn't that
fucking
nice?
insane. It's a completely different world. We used to have to pry to get a drunk hour out of us.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, I'm very grateful for that. But please, how do you feel?
Fucking good.
What have you been like?
I woke up full of hope, like I said, and just
milked it.
the day just complimented that feeling.
Yeah.
We didn't lose it all day. We blasted kick-ass music. We knocked out fucking big shit on fucking trucks that needed to be done, that were weighing on us because we hadn't done them and it was going to be a pain in the ass.
And it went kind of smoothly.
Yeah, you showed up. We're ripping a pod. I had a fucking great day of work. Great morning. Had a quesadilla at lunch. I mean, I'm great. I'm set on bubble water. I got cigarettes.
And next time you go to the store, bring me a pepperoni stick.
Yeah, you ain't shitting either. And some jalapeno chips. Yeah, I'm feeling fucking good, dude. I'm feeling fantastic. I wish I had something of substance to say.
You don't have to have anything of substance to say. I'm just truly... These are my favorite days of all time, the one that you got to have today. Mm-hmm. And I've got to go through like week-long spans. Yeah.
Touch base on that. You've fucking been seeing me at the shop for a handful of days this itch. That's cool as fuck when you show up.
That is fun.
We ain't been doing that. It's usually me, B, and either Tyler or Dustin. Just chooching along. So you've been showing up, doing some vibe. It's cool as fuck after work to go chill with you at the manager's house, play some tennis.
Thank you. We have been ripping Wii tennis. Shout out Wii tennis, dude.
Yeah. If you're not playing the Wii, get back on it.
I'm telling you.
And if you don't have a Wii, come play.
Damn,
come suck this dick.
Oh, I thought for sure you were a changed man for a second.
No, I wasn't. I just wanted. If you don't
microphone.
have a Wii, come play with my wiener. Is the short of it.
And what I watched happen too was you almost didn't say it, and then you looked directly into the microphone, and it's as if it required that you yell, "Suck my dick!"
I had to get it out of me, dude. It was the devil was inside of me. I had to get it out. How funny was it when we were on the river telling Gunner, and if you have to get one of the N-words out of you, just think it. That was fucking hilarious.
Putting the boat in public and you yelling at your teenage son, and I don't want any N-words out of you today. If you absolutely have to, just think it to yourself.
And it's also funny for him because I don't talk like that around him. I don't talk like that in general. But I've gone through his phone and I had seen one of his buddies had texted him the N-word. My N-word. It wasn't like ER. They weren't being racial. But so I love just out of nowhere telling him that, hey, let's chill on the N-words. I don't even say that, Dad. It was him that said it. All right, well, if you need to get one out of you, just go ahead and think it.
Talk to me about it. We'll figure out a path forward.
Yeah, you're not going to want to say that out loud.
Here's something I did today, and I need to be paying attention to these things I did that are good. Because I've been spinning out a lot, and I'm ruminating. And I hate ruminating. Especially when you... Anyway. So what did I do this morning? After I ruminated for 45 minutes, and for 20 minutes of that, I thought, just call your mom, be a train. You just call your mom, you chat with her, you're going to tell her everything that's going on, you're going to feel better, you're going to be heard. And finally, I just said, boop, and I called her. And she didn't answer.
Sick.
But she called me right back, and we talked for 45 minutes, and that frickin' put my feet on the ground.
Nice.
And some people don't have that relationship with their mom. I'm sorry, that sucks for you guys. But you got that relationship with somebody. Somebody wants to hear what you have to say. Even if you're spinning out and it's all like rumination bullshit.
It ain't nothing for me and my mom to chat for an hour. Goes by pretty
It's
quick.
nice. And I just get to... Everything I say to you, dude, I say to her if she gets it. Don't see what the problem is. I know a couple people might call her a dumb bitch, but she gets it.
Oh, that's funny as hell, dude.
So anyway, that's been pleasant. And, I don't know, man. We're going to get her sorted just fine. Well, it is sorted. We're right where we're supposed to be. We're doing everything exactly how we are. And so sometimes we get to have good days as a reward for all the fucking work.
Today was a reward. Today was a treat.
Yeah. And you keep doing the work.
There's nothing like yelling just fucking singing music at the top of your lungs while you're in a great mood working around a shop. I don't think people that don't get to work in a shop environment, that they spend some of their time with not many people around, or like someone that you spend a shitload of time with, like Braden, around, and there's no even thinking about what someone else thinks about you. To have two people that can live in their own world that directly close to each other and still have so much distance and just doing their own thing.
That's
and
a
just
fun environment.
Screaming lyrics to Tyler Childers at the top of your fucking lungs while you're fixing big diesel trucks. There's something about that that'll make your penis grow.
I believe you. And there's something about it that's a very nice outlet. That's like, that's energy you got, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And if you just sat in front of a screen all day and you didn't move, like, you'd have that energy in you. And where would it go? What would it turn into? I'll bet it'd turn into anxiety. That's what I think.
It would too.
You know what I mean? At least for me. I know that for me. Sometimes
do you think
I
that's
gotta
what
go
anxiety
try a
is?
screen.
Is just energy you're not getting rid of?
Sometimes. It can manifest from a bunch of different sources, but like, I think that's why exercise helps with anxiety.
Do you think that
'Cause you
one
got
day you're going to get so knowledgeable you're just going to write books?
Mm-hmm. I hope so.
I think you're on your way.
That'd be cool. That'd be a great idea. I wouldn't be surprised if I wrote a book before I die.
I think you have to. I think everyone should write a book about their own life before they die.
Here's something I've been doing lately. Secret time. Fucking Burt Crasher's not funny, by the way. I have been recording videos of me doing singing or rap music. That hasn't changed. That's me every day.
Uh-huh.
I just save them and I don't send them to anybody.
Why?
Because normally I send them to girls that I like. And I go, I don't have a girl that I should reach out to and send videos of me singing to. Mm-hmm. Number one. And so I'm doing it for me. Because that's why. I'm trying to make this pivot in this season of loneliness to really value myself, to find comfort in myself, to not fucking require this external help from just a cute lady. I'm cool with needing external help. That's why I'm trying to build community. That's why I'm being vulnerable with my dad. That's why I call my mom. But I don't need to have a cute girl say, wow, that's so funny and cute when you sing or whatever. We can just look at it and be like, I'm fucking cool, and chill on it. And one day there will be a girl to do that with. So that's cool. This is the season that we're trying to pivot towards the loneliness instead of fucking run away from it and see what we have to learn and uncover there, which is pretty exciting.
That's cool.
Also, like, my worst fear. That which you must need will be found where you least want to look. If I'm able to, like, successfully pivot, we'd probably find some important shit. Because that's my biggest fear in the whole wide world.
I think you're mid-pivot.
Yeah, I'm in it.
Yeah. You're pivoting.
But I'm going to try.
You're a little pivot queen.
Yeah, dude, King. Oh, my little pivot queen. So anyway, that's what I'm trying to do, dude. I'm trying to, like, embrace this little loneliness shit and fucking be okay with who I am all the time. And then when a girl's around, it'll just be a compliment to me and not like a fucking fuel source.
It will be. Well, and it'll also regulate the getting jammed up when they come in your life or leave your life. Mm-hmm. It'll also be like, yo, we were chilling when you got here. You want to chill with me? That's cool. You don't want to chill anymore? We'll still be chilling.
Yes, that's what I want. And I don't know, man. I've heard some people say that if you just got a job and worked, you'd be happy.
I don't. Here's what I'm going to say. Obviously, yes, that would work if you found a job that made you feel like it was meaningful and gave you all the things you want and still let you live the life that you wanted to. But I think the purpose that you're going to have to find for happiness, I think, is going to be a little more than just getting a job and getting. I don't think the just aimlessly working towards something and going, well, I did 40 hours and I have $350 to show for it because I stocked shelves. It's like it's going to have to mean a little more.
Yeah, that's true. And when you go out and do things, all new opportunities.
God damn, I'm just going to be honest about it. The job's not the fucking answer.
Yeah.
First of all, the answer is figuring out what the fuck's going on up there. That'll just be what's going to work for you with getting a job and just working isn't going to correct anything that you're feeling or dealing with. You'll start doing that when you have to. You want anyone that tells you, oh, well, you need to get a job. Why? Has anyone been around Braxton, watched him spend money? Not much. It's not like you're broke and can't pay your bills. It's different. I have to have a job because I spend money like it's going out of style. Living within my means is the hardest thing for me.
Grandpa even gave me that compliment this week, and he said, well, it's not like you aren't saving your money. It's like,
so for you, a job is going to be like, oh, I have a wife and kids now. All right, I better get to
Easy
work.
enough. Love to do a job. Yes, and I think so too. And that's fine if that's the way it is. I get that there's going to be pros and cons to whatever I decide to do, but it's okay if I'm trusting that I'm on the right path. So that's when Grandpa asked me, and this is the Grandpa that for years our relationship has been him just saying, hey, how's it going? Good. You should go to college. You need to go to college. I learned so much in college. Thanks, Grandpa. Would you like to care about anything else I'm doing? Nope, go to college. That was like 18 to 23 years old, like 5 years of that.
Nice.
So we have a little bit of that baggage. So he goes, so I don't mean this as any sort of judgment at all, but do you have a goal? And I said, glad you asked. And then I just talked for 10 minutes without taking a breath in confusing circles with big words that nobody understands, explaining to him that the goal is to keep listening to my intuition and do the things that I know are right for me, and I will end up where I'm supposed to be, and to trust the process. And that's the goal. And I'm going to try and do that every day, moment to moment. And I go, people don't understand. Maybe you understand, maybe you don't. Every single moment that I'm in all the time, every time, we're doing it on purpose. And it's not like I'm overthinking it, I'm some hyper. It's just like we know what the values are and who we're trying to be every moment. And it's like, okay, what is the adventure of our life going to look like if we do that? If we're honest, if we're kind, if we're thoughtful, if we connect with people, whatever. Communicative, joyful, humorous, forgiving.
Yeah, no shit.
If we just do that on purpose every minute, what's going to happen? And we've got to see fruit from this, because what does happen? The people, those kids at Manan, I need to remember them when I'm spinning out, and some fucking role models of mine have a hard time accepting me for who I am. There's fucking kids there that think I'm nearly a god. And by the way, I'm not, but I will be like 5-10 more years. Just so you kids are listening now, yeah, I will be a god soon.
Well on your way.
My point is just that's what I told Grandpa kind of, and then I just realized about the Manan thing. But we're going to keep listening to the voice. And that's the point. That's the goal. And listen.
You say it best. Trust the timeline.
And I've said it 1,000 times. It could lead us right into the crazy, just like not having a money or a home. Maybe I isolate all of my family and I'm just fucking alone and addicted to marijuana. We're going to try it out. It's my life. I got fucking voices inside of me telling me where to go. I think I got the tools.
Fuck yeah.
It could go horribly wrong. What's that to anybody?
I don't think
What's
it's
it to you?
I don't think you have.
But that's why people have opinions about it, though, is because they go, it's going to go wrong. Okay.
I don't think that anyone has
even if
as much say in where they're going to end up as they think they do. Yes, you pick your destiny, but a lot of it's inside of you.
It is.
And I don't think,
Well, that's kind of the thing, dude.
It makes total sense that as a small child, I wanted to work on tractors and semis. It's all I ever loved. And here I am at 30, fucking doing it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's why I call it a meat suit. Is it's like this little soul that got placed in me, maybe it is me, I don't know how to separate that, but this soul is on a unique journey. And it's got somewhere to be. It's a puzzle piece that has a hole to fill. It has a fucking purpose and a drive and whatever. And so my job is to listen to that, because it knows where it's going. I just am dumb sometimes, and I get in the way of it, and I argue with it, and I can't stop, drinking beer or whatever the problem is for that fucking month. But I know that it's in there, wanting to go somewhere, and the more work I do to tune in, listen to it, and go down the path, you know what I mean? That's the ride that we're on. Get with it, dude. Or
and also take some time to fucking...
Tall,
you also got to take some time to enjoy the journey, Because I know that what I struggle with
that's the most enjoyable thing I've ever done in my life, and that's why I'm on it so
sure.
heavy. That's why I fight with people about it, and I don't just get a job. This is the happiest and the most contentment I've ever felt in my life, as just doing, you know what I mean? Without thinking I'm content because I have some shitty relationship that makes true contentment.
For sure.
Thank you. Sorry. Go ahead now.
No, I'm just saying you got to enjoy the journey.
Yeah.
You can't I get and it also goes from person to person, right? Like not everyone has the same fucking desire. And for you, I don't think where you're going to be in the next year with work or financial isn't driving you the way. How does inside of me right here feel? You're on a little bit of a different journey, and you can't.
Thank you. I just want it to be respected. So
That's shit.
And I don't know.
He doesn't want to work, but he doesn't ask to borrow money. What the fuck do you want from him?
And I don't.
The only thing I don't like about people that don't work is they're always asking me for $20.
I just get defensive about it, like even when I'm talking to people that are fully on my team. Just cause, I guess. But this weekend
That's
I got
kind of your thing.
I want the whole world to know because I'm always up here yelling about being vulnerable and how that connects us and how if we got problems, we need to open up, be courageous, and be vulnerable. And I did it this weekend. I talked to my dad for like 30 minutes. I cried a ton. I said, here's all the things that I think I want from you. And he said his piece to me. And as men, we had a conversation. I got to hear him and say, I totally understand and see that. And I'm happy to do what I need to help us.
To support you.
Move towards a better future together. But this is what I need from you. And that was fucking magic, dude. That was magic.
That's all you needed. That's all you've been looking for. And how good did it feel?
It felt
Was
amazing.
there some closure in it?
Yeah, dude, that night I closed my eyes, and then just like a wave, I might cry talking about it, like a wave washed over me. I just said, thank you, God, like 12 times and just started crying.
Fuck yeah.
Because I knew that's what we were waiting for.
Yeah.
And I told everybody. I said, I'm just going to be patient and love them, and eventually we'll get an opportunity to be vulnerable. And what's going to happen? I'm going to have the tools to do it.
And you did.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome, dude.
It is awesome. It's
That's
like a
cool as
miracle.
shit.
That's what it is.
It is, too.
Thank you.
That's sick as fuck, dude. I fucking love that for you.
So that's what I did this weekend. So that's my point, dude. That's a lot for a sensitive little Pisces to carry, especially sensitive little Pisces that's swimming around in a sea of Geminis, dude.
I don't.
Because you're a Gemini, my mom's a Gemini, Tyler's a Gemini, Paisley's a Gemini. This is fucking Gemini County. And I'm just a little fish swimming about feeling some shit, dude. So, of
I
course
love
I'm
when you call yourself a little Pisces.
Oh, all right. Now that
I wish I could attach myself to that so bad. And just, when Tyler, how far did you get on 13? Today was really stressful. I'm just a little Gemini.
Yeah, I'm
ride
just
me
a
like
Gemini. You know I had to call it quits at 4:30. All right. Well, we got 27 minutes. I cried. And now we can pause and then officially start
cry.
the pod.
A good cry.
Oh, yeah. I just had to get it out.
That's nice.
Want to rip a pause or do you want to get a little more?
Dude, I'm fucking so casual.
I know.
Whatever you want, G.
All right. Thanks for letting me do that.
Yeah.
And that's what my therapy sessions look like. Without that part,
I
which I'll
shouldn't-
bleep out. It's
Fuck.
Here he comes.
What are you looking at me like that for? And why ain't you fucking that dog?
You ready to shit it on him, cowpoke?
Later, dog.
Love you, beef.
Little bum beef. All right. Sorry about the bleep y'all just heard. Braxton ripped an N-word.
I did know such thing, dude. But while we were off mic, I did try a bit that used the N-word a lot, and halfway through the bit, I said, I'm going to stop now.
This isn't fun anymore.
This isn't fun.
And it was a pretty wild bit. He
But
was
good
saying
news.
something Rosa Parks was wrong. I don't.
That was actually hilarious. But what I'm thinking is, it's just nice to have a nice, fresh perspective and be able to share things like with my mom and with you, and like help braid that.
We're going to need to get a video
and talk to my
rolling.
friends and connect with them because I feel lighter and I feel like we got some good vibes we can hop on.
Walking out in the rainstorm made me feel good.
Yeah, how can it not? I'll bet when that rain hits you, it's turning magnetic flux into energy. Just guessing. But I mean, we're seeing lightning and some thunder and shit. Brother, the rainstorm we got caught in yesterday, it rolled in out of nowhere, just formed, and then thunder rolled for 20 minutes straight. Did not take a
Garth
breath.
Brooks would be fucking amped, dude.
Bro, he could have recorded a whole album behind that thunder. Just it was crazy. And then the rain came in heavy as fuck while we.
I wonder if he could do another alter ego like he did with Chris Gaines, but do half and half and be Chris Brooks and just be an emo that wears a cowboy hat.
Really, that is a big hole in the market that I could fill.
You could.
An emo that wears a cowboy hat.
Post Malone pulled it off.
I put cowboy hats on all my girlfriends. They've all been emo.
Post Malone just jumped. Like, what the fuck happened?
Well, Post Malone is...
he was on The Breakfast Club early in his career with his cornrows and his grill. And now he's just wearing a straight V'd trucker cap singing with Morgan Wallen.
I think the reason...
Are you Post Malone?
Yeah.
Dude.
I don't... Here's the thing,
had a
dude.
suspicion.
I hate that I keep comparing myself to everybody that's ever been great, but also not really because I'm the king. And Post Malone... I remember how I hated him, I think, when he first was around. Everybody loved him. And, like, he's undeniable at this point. He's just Mr. Cool. He does his thing. He is himself. And I thought, that's funny how we become that which we fucking hate. And I did. I'm basically Post Malone. So I did it.
Oh, man, that was a fun circle to make.
Thank you. But that's what I think about Posty. And
you
I'm
need
very
to clean
proud of
this
him.
fucking office, I'll tell you that.
I don't even work here.
Me either, dude.
And you know what I thought as I cleaned it up for this podcast?
What?
Move things around. I said, hey, look, I think there's 5 receipts here that need scanned that I just left and probably said, like, I left 5 receipts on my desk that need scanned. But what I heard after I left, not long through the grapevine, was like, oh, yeah, you left your office a mess. You just got the fuck out of there, huh? And it's like, I remembered today that, oh, yeah, I probably told everyone, hey, there's receipts here, little junk mail you need to sort through. Like, probably would have been a 10-minute project.
Yeah, we just left it.
There were some papers around.
I ransacked it.
Anybody that gets paid could have cleaned it up pretty easy.
Yeah, well, there was a smell in the office that was bad for a minute. There was a dead mouse just chilling in here. With the
I heard about
closed.
that.
We had to deal with that.
God damn.
But other than that, I took your power strip, took your speakers
when you
from under
found
the
that,
desk.
oh, nice. When you found that dead mouse, did you go like, oh no, like have to call me immediately? Are you okay? You're like Braxton's old office. There's a dead mouse. B.
You still with us? You basically are.
Oh my God, I never got to tell you. Mason called me the other day because he had a dream that I was like yelling, I think like sobbing or yelling at him to call me.
When did he call you?
Like the next morning, he woke up and he called me. Because I think in his dream, I was like, Mason, you have to call me.
Sick.
And then he did. I said, no, I'm good. But that spooked me. I went, oh no, what do I need? Because I don't think that, we don't believe in coincidences, bro.
Someone else calls and had a dream about you telling to call him. What do I need? This must be a sign.
That freaking jammed me up. So I still don't know.
That's a lot for a little Pisces like you.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know me, dude. I just swimming in that motherfucking shit. Joe Rogan. I read 3,000 books, Joe Rogan. Yeah, right, dude.
That was fun. I don't even think he can read. For being honest.
All the stuff he knows, that motherfucker can read, dude.
Well, when you start catching, when it starts feeling like bullshit. I had 6 books open because I was reading about this one thing, 20 books into it. Motherfucker, the math doesn't even add up.
Yeah, it does.
He
reads really
He's
fast.
a liar.
When he explained that he reads super fast, he can read like 250 pages in an hour and a half. Because from 8 to 12 years old, he did nothing but read for 4 years.
Here's what I'll tell you. I can't say that he can or can't, but film the shit and fucking prove it because you.
True.
Everyone's saying the same thing. They're like, okay, those numbers got to be bullshit. So if you're gonna call it that you're the best fucking reader in the goddamn world. You're the fucking best reader that's ever existed. Gonna need to see you read a book.
At least one. They should have thrown some shit on there. Like next podcast he's on, somebody should like throw something up. Be like, would you read that Wikipedia article for us, Kat? And see.
Yeah, I'll give you. You can read
if he has to sound out a word,
book
he's lying.
in 2 hours. Okay, in 2 hours we're gonna do a podcast and we're just gonna review this book. Let's see.
Yeah, and I'm fair. We should put him to the test, but also when you're the baddest,
you don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's like me, dude. I read a ton. I've read 28 books this year.
Your last bit to that. That's funny.
Sorry, dude. I am Cat Williams, honestly.
You basically are. You're Cat Williams and Post Malone.
What other celebrities would you like to talk about? Don't say Scarlett Johansson, dude. It'll send you on a tangent. What?
I don't even know who that is.
Well, she's notoriously hot, so I figured you'd get all sensual on them.
Well, she doesn't do porn. I don't really keep track of the names of hot girls unless I can see them naked.
True.
Speaking of which, Paris Hilton. It's always a good blowjob video to dust off.
I watched it.
Why am I talking about this?
I watched it a couple times when I was younger, but I haven't returned in a long time. I don't think it makes me comfortable.
Do you remember the one time that you showed me a porn that you were into? That's like 2 blonde chicks.
Dude, and by the way, I was into that for like a couple months, probably as like an 18-year-old. So that it's fucking in there, dude. That like triggers a part of me that gets really hard.
That's one you can go back to if you don't have your phone with you.
And so I said, "Here, try this and see if we, when I go out to dinner, I say you got to try this steak." You know what I mean? And that's just a nice steak, but it's not for everybody. Some people don't like the cat.
I'm going to start recommending porn to everyone I know.
Dude, I would say 4 times a week I go, I wish I could show Yancey this pornographic video I have of myself doing sex.
You could?
I can't.
I showed Keegan a picture. Well, okay, that's enough.
See, we're growing up, huh?
Well, I just don't. Here in the last little bit, I've heard there's someone that listens to the pod that's upset with what was said on the pod.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you not tell me this on purpose?
I guess. No. Do you want to talk about it?
Let's have it out, bro.
A girl I used to date thought I was doing something with another chick. Well, I had responded to her Snapchat story and said something implying let's fool about. But then on the podcast was said that I was going to be hanging out with someone else that weekend, and I think that
we got our wires crossed.
Yeah, and I also don't want to make people feel like that, but it's like, yeah, I'm just single doing whatever. I wasn't trying to hurt no one's feelings.
Sorry, we talk about what we're doing.
Yeah, but for the sake of I find a girl that loves me and I want to love her back, I should probably stop talking about showing Keegan a picture of a girl sucking my dick at JD's barbecue pit at 2 p.m. because he was talking about me. Me and Brad were talking, said, you got to have a real hog on you. I was like, I don't. Yeah, you know what he said? Fuck you, Keegan. He goes, yeah, I'm not impressed. And I said, well, yeah, but the rest of me is huge too. You put that fucking thing on your little thighs, it's going to look a bit different. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. Well, that's good, and I'm glad that
he's probably got a hog too, though. Airplane flying badass like him.
Yeah. See, and here's the thing. If my theory is true about my tiny little sack, my huge old packer, what if, because he's got to have the biggest balls of all time, what if it takes all of the skin from his penis and then shortens his penis down to where, do you know what I'm saying?
I get what
because if
you're
his penis grows too big, there won't be room for his giant fucking nuts.
So you think he's just got a girthy 3-incher?
That would make that. You know what? Let's call it. I'm going to give him my stamp of approval, and we'll go on the record. Keegan Girthy 3-incher, our friend from the skies.
Yeah, and you're going to have to show us if you want us to change that info on the pod moving forward.
So what I did right there
was... So we're going to start penis chart for all our friends? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
And just say all their sizes, and then they have to prove different?
And we'll say their names and put it on the podcast, on the internet for everybody.
That'll be nice as hell.
Because here's what I was thinking before you were actually funny. Just now, when you said, should we start a chart? I was thinking, you see what I did, Yancey, was we saw some shame go on, and then we pivoted towards it, and we said, let's fucking, and I learned that from you.
Nice.
So that's why I wanted to talk
I was being a pussy.
I really do hate talking about...
personal shit?
Well, no, just, I hate when it's like, I think I remember exactly what you're talking about with this pod love drama, because I remember hearing it going... that doesn't seem to check out. But, I mean, I don't ask questions because I don't care. You can do whatever you want, you know? I'm not fucking you. But,
why aren't you fucking me?
And I don't love talking...
Like you won't fuck
Keegan
me?
has children.
Yeah, he does.
I don't love saying that, like, you know, you showed him your penis, and then he said he wasn't impressed, and then we said what kind of penis and balls he has.
Yeah.
But sometimes we got to pivot towards shit. And if you don't like it, like, grow up. It's just dudes. We're 2 dudes talking.
About penises.
Yeah. Not a crime.
It's really not, and I'll fucking talk about a wiener. I'll fucking hold a wiener. I'll watch your whole family hold a wiener. I don't give a shit.
I'll fucking hold a wiener. Yo, Braden talking through his clenched teeth is the funniest. He goes, "Oh fuck, Tyler."
Dude, when he gets on one, Braden's a fucking
He's so
hoot.
funny. Don't we have cool friends?
Yeah, he's pretty alright. I wouldn't say cool, but...
Okay.
He's no, he's cool as shit.
Anyway, sorry, we can shift gears fully. We can pause it until...
What do you want to talk about? I feel like we always stumble onto something.
We do. We can even be dead silent, and I'll edit it out. It's fucking the infinite power.
Well, I'm just trying to think about my last week. Because I feel like I'm just beating a dead horse constantly talking about how I feel in my head.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, and it makes me insecure. Like,
yes,
I keep talking about what I'm feeling, but I don't. At the end of the day, it's like we got to say some funny shit.
Well, and then you also feel the same stuff all the time. As well. I go, do I have to keep thinking about it? We've investigated every angle. You know what I mean? We don't stop trying to fucking. And the thing is, because like the last few days, this is the rumination I've been talking about. Oh, here we go, talking about our feelings again. But the ruminate, like I just catch myself constantly like having shower arguments.
Yes.
And that's not me. That's not who I want to be. Like, you know what I mean? We're busy fucking having immaculate vibes and loving people. And so I'm giving myself the grace and the self-kindness of all the shit I said earlier. You're away from home, all this stuff. Mm-hmm. So, of course, that you're having shower arguments too much. But I hope that's what it is, dude, because that shit's not sustainable. I'm fucking arguing so much in my head.
Oh, man, that's how it's been for the last probably 50, 60 days for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's time for a breakthrough.
But we're winning more of the battles than we're losing.
Mm-hmm. And we're having some really good days. This is why the journal's so important. Because we get to go back through and we go, we stop being on the treadmill or wondering if we're on the treadmill, and it contextualizes it in a way where we go, oh, I've had like bad days. Oh, and you read a journal entry from a great day and you go, oh, fucking, that's right. And it kind of puts you in contact with that energy again, I think.
I need to journal.
Me too, though, because it's another thing we need to fucking do. I'm going to kill myself if we don't say something funny.
Got it.
So anyway, we're self-aware. You can all suck our fucking dicks.
Mm-hmm. And even if we're not, still, feel free to suck them. Whatever you're into.
I am so single. But I think I'm single and not quite ready to mingle.
Apparently my phone decided it'll charge now.
Let's go.
What do we got? Is it this office?
No, it's
What is it? Was I just in my head from after our smoke break?
No, I wanted to say, welcome to We'll Get 'Em Next Time, where we smoke a ton of weed and have nothing to talk about.
That could be it. That's fucking funny. Bullshit. I'm the funniest motherfucker.
I know.
What do we got going on?
Yeah, it's fucking dead air for a couple minutes. Big fucking whoop. And you know when we stop talking, everybody else just starts thinking. So they're busy. We're good. Some people don't have inner monologues. Talked about it before. What else?
I think it's funny as fuck that... watching Tires after you said I was Shane and you were Gertz.
Oh, that's right. And how great is Tires? We were waiting for this day. We've been waiting for this day. Years ago, we watched the Tires pilot on YouTube that Comedy Central picked up and never did anything with. Also, during those days of the podcast, Shane was like, yeah, something big is happening. And then I think they just dropped it and he goes, yeah, that was nothing. Remember those days? Tires is fucking good. Check it out on Netflix. Comedy's back.
We got better than Tires to talk about.
We do, but comedy's back, and that's nice. Because how many times have we sat in front of these microphones and reviewed some comedy on the internet, and I've had to say out loud, painfully unfunny.
We saw it with Bert and Tom on the roast.
We saw it with Bert and Tom. We saw it with that black comedian. Chris Rock. That's who it was. I hated
There's
that
a clip on YouTube of... Tony Hinchcliffe on Bert and Tom's Two Bears, and he fucking roasts them.
Good.
He gives them a good razzing.
For the roast?
And he said, yeah, you guys just get up there and suck for 30 minutes. You changed the state of the room because you guys got up and didn't do comedy. It was fucking hilarious.
Oh, good. I'm glad that's
30,
happening.
45 seconds of him just fucking, and he's just laughing his ass off roasting him.
Yeah, and let me guess, Bert Kreischer's going...
Mm-hmm. That's all he does.
Yeah, hilarious, Bert. Love it.
And tells a story about Isla.
True.
That's it.
How easy would it be to fucking just be a dad and then you have comedy all the time?
It'd be sick as fuck. Mm-hmm. I don't know that it'd be easy.
You tell your kid not to say
Can't be as hard as changing carrier bearings and U-joints on semi-drive lines.
True. I'm telling you, dude, we can resurface flywheels and do driveline repair.
What a shitty existence.
A two-stop shop.
So if your driveline fails and your clutch goes out at the same time, two birds, one stone. Come see us at Braxton&Yancey's driveline repair and flywheel resurfacing, because that's what we're going to do now for money. I also wonder what else we could do for money. I think that if I dressed appropriately, I could probably panhandle.
Oh, yeah. With those tattoos?
Yeah.
Dude, if I dress appropriately, I could panhandle for food.
I think we hit it the other day. $5 and I'll try an impression of whoever you say. And even if it sucks, I already got the $5.
I ripped a huge hole in the back of my $125 shirt.
I might even say 10. If I'm pulling up to a stop sign and there's a guy saying $10, I'll do any impression.
What would you hit him with?
I
would slip him a 20. Like, I say $5 an impression, and then I would, if you said that, I would give you $10, and I would give you an easy one and a hard one.
That'd be sick, but it'd depend on the ethnicity of the homeless guy.
He's what?
I'd want to hear Bill Clinton or George Bush. You can.
Okay, and I was going to say Obama, honestly. Like, if I gave you $10, I'd say Obama and... And then somebody
Jones.
hard. Obama's easy. Alex Jones is a good one to have down. Alex Jones is very good.
I would probably say Christopher Walken or Robert De Niro. If I heard a homeless guy do a spot on Robert De Niro, I would fucking shit my pants.
True that, dude. Robert De Niro would be so fucking out of the corner. Christopher Walken is one that every impressionist knows first. I was thinking yesterday how we were listening to Joe Rogan, and he brings up immediately to start the podcast with anybody, but in this instance, Cat Williams. And he says, isn't it crazy, man? 7 billion people on the earth, 500 funny comedians. How many funny comedians are there on the earth? How many of us? We just talk shit. We sit around. I mean, we're all fucked up, right? We all have this. Every comedian I know, that's because they're fucked up. There's only 500 of us. That's an elite group of fucking whatever. You've heard him say it, right?
No, but I heard you say what he said. So
You've never heard him say that? He brings it up.
Who, Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
I thought you were saying Cat Williams. Yes.
No, Joe Rogan.
I heard Joe Rogan. I was like, no, I haven't even listened to the Cat.
Joe Rogan brings that up every 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. So as he starts to bring it up, I lean over to Tyler. I go, fucking Joe Rogan. Let me guess. And then as I said it, he said it. Our voices synced up, and we both said 500 comedians in the world, or 500 funny comedians in the world. It was so fucking magic.
Dude, that's fucking all time.
It was an all-time roast. Also, Joe Rogan sucks. And he doesn't. Can we get into that? I'd like to take down Joe Rogan real quick, dude.
I think that we have a big enough following that it's not going to take much to get there.
To take down Joe Rogan?
I think we're on his radar. I'll say that.
Oh, yeah.
He might not have seen us, but he's got a guy in his ear going,
we're keeping an eye on this, sir. We'll let you know.
This thing's getting some steam.
And well, he's going to let him know after this fucking comes out, because you listen to me, Joe Rogan. Here's what I think, dude. He's the king of all time. He really is. And he's a conversationalist, and he's got people fucking talking, telling their story more than anybody else in the whole world. And that's a fucking miracle to humanity.
When Spotify bought his shit, I was worried that it would compromise the quality of his podcast. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty impressed with how he just keeps doing the same thing.
Now, here's my problems.
He signed a $200 million deal with me. I'm dead from heroin like 3 weeks later.
He guys kept doing his thing.
I didn't get to spend the first $100,000. I stopped at a dealer's house, never left.
True. And he just kind of got anti-COVID and went a little right-wing.
That's fair.
Yeah, which is pretty good for $100 million.
Uh-huh.
That's not bad. I'll move to Texas to save money.
Wasn't it $200 million? Mm-mm. You sure?
Mm-mm. I'm not sure.
It's $200 million.
No, it's not.
Cool. Loser jerks me off.
Also,
heads I win, tails you lose.
It's oh yeah. I don't even know the difference between $100 and $200 million.
Me either.
To me, that's just.
I'd figure it out after that first 100 was gone. Ooh, fuck.
No, you wouldn't.
It's only been 12 years. I better settle the fuck down. But let me tell you something. I'd have a sick fucking boat, dude.
I think you'd have a sick fucking track marks.
Yeah, for sure. It's so funny that I've never even done heroin. And that's just my go-to.
I want to drink lean. Remember how I want to drink lean? Everybody, guys, now that we have a ton more listeners, get me some lean.
Sick as hell. And that's just...
a joke, because this is a comedy podcast. Chill, you
That's codeine, liquid codeine, right? The codeine syrup with Sprite.
And a Jolly Rancher.
Ship.
And you got to put it in
on some scissor.
If you put it in if you put it in like a styrofoam cup, you have to put 2 cups together because the codeine promethazine will eat through the styrofoam, and you'll start leaking. So that's why they call it double cup. We're gonna double cup. That means we're drinking lean.
That's sick as hell, dude.
So
you're basically a rapper.
Probably super good.
You are Post Malone.
Probably super good for you, honestly.
Yeah, it makes you feel good, and that's all we've ever wanted.
It is. I haven't tried it, but I've heard good reports.
If you could try, if you knew you wouldn't get addicted, what drugs would you try? And you knew they were tested, just
all
clean.
Of them?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Obviously.
I like that. I'd like to see what LSD was about.
What, again? What do you mean?
Well, I bet tested quality LSD is probably a little different than the tabs of acid I would buy out of a tinfoil wrapper from a guy.
Mm-hmm. That's probably true, huh?
Yeah, like some in a lab, professionally made LSD.
Uh-huh. That's a good point, dude. And because you heard about the dude that rode the bicycle that found out about it?
Uh-uh.
Oh, he's a scientist. They were working on it in a lab, and I think he tried it on himself, whatever it was. They didn't know this was psychoactive at all. And then he rode his bike home, and it changed his fucking life. And he goes, "Okay, we got to get on this shit." And I can't remember what they were doing, the whole story, but that's what happened. He kind of accidentally tried it, or against the rules was well, I'll fucking try it myself. Just mad scientist shit, and
That's
fucking rode his bike and tripped balls.
I bet that was a hell of a bike ride.
You're not kidding, dude.
Jesus Christ.
I learned about it.
I could see now being stuck next to a sidewalk staring at my bike I can't get on it. There's no way.
Yes. I can't imagine. And maybe it was a small dose. The book that I read about it in is a book called A Really Good Day, which is a woman's autobiographical story about her journey as a middle-aged housewife that started microdosing acid.
That's sick.
As part of the trend, because everybody's microdosing shit. And people microdose acid like they microdose mushrooms. Did you know that? Oh, yeah. So they say that microdosing mushrooms is kind of like the antidepressant, and microdosing acid is or microdosing LSD is fucking an Adderall. It's like an energy booster. And
shit.
And in the same, it's all the same principles. It's subperceptual. You're not getting funky. You're not getting hallucinogenic. It's fucking 10 cups of coffee that doesn't fuck you up.
That's sick as hell, dude.
And so this book's called A Really Good Day, and this woman just is journaling the whole experience.
Fuck sipping on syrup, dude. Anyone listening, get us some fucking LSD.
I'm ready to start diving in, but this is why I start low and slow. I read a whole book. Because you microdose it, subperceptual, it's the same protocol as mushrooms where you do it every fourth day. Mm-hmm. So you just take a little bit and you watch how that day went, and then you have an afterglow day, then you have a reset day, then you fucking dose again. Nice. And this is just a mother of two with a husband, and ultimately she realized I didn't need it, but when I did it, it just made me have a really good day. And then now that I'm off the shit, I don't microdose anymore, but now I'm in touch with that side. I know what I need to do to just have a really good day.
That's sick as fuck,
yeah,
dude.
Isn't that sick?
Short-term cure.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, that's just the powerful healing
So
properties.
is that the same journey you're on, just without the LSD?
Yeah, well, I started microdosing mushrooms 5 years ago.
Did you? But are you doing it currently?
Nah. The last time I microdosed mushrooms would be, last year.
That's sick.
Or before the statute of limitations.
I've never got all into that microdosing shit. I usually macrodose.
No, microdosing's the fucking shit, dude. That would break all these cycles that we're stuck in if we started a good, nice microdose of some shit.
Sick. I'm more like a 3.5 kind of guy. Fuck.
I'm telling you, dude. You never fuck around with microdosing, you're in for a treat.
I'd be sick as hell.
Chicks love it. Microdose. They go, will you fucking help?
Do they get wet?
No, well, they just really want to microdose because they get to be a bad girl that does drugs, but they don't actually have to get fucked up.
That's nice. Loophole, huh?
Yeah, I think that's what it is anyway. Or the girls I know.
So, no, I think you're spot on.
And that's how I did it. That's how I got my foot into the mushroom kingdom. I told you about my first ever microdose. I took 0.2, 0.3 grams. And then I started playing guitar and just fucking giggling. And that was when George's ex-girlfriend lived with us at the time. And she just got home from somewhere and rolled in, and I was just joking with her and fucking giggling, dude. And then I got probably uncomfortable. I was like, I'm out of here. And I drove my pickup to the hills, and I played guitar on my tailgate for 2 hours. And I have the videos recorded of me fucking.
I think I've seen a couple of them.
Yeah. And then I went home. I was fucking sick. I had a really good day.
That's sick as hell,
Isn't that
dude.
nice? Yeah.
I think we need more of that in our lives.
Thanks. It's a healing property.
I left my guitar on this itch, and I don't like it.
Me too. I thought about bringing it because we'd be hanging out as the dogs.
Be sick as hell, but we're dumb as fuck.
I got enough on
So
my
that's
plate,
what it
dude.
is. Yeah, no shit.
I don't need a fucking guitar.
I had, motherfucker, you want to talk about something?
Yes.
I had this fucking chick that I knew in high school hit me up on Messenger today. And she said, you're a diesel mechanic. I work at this shop. I'm working on this Cummins generator, and I can't figure it out. It says service, but I can't plug anything in to get the codes off of it. And so she told me the symptom, and I told her what it was. I said, well, you're getting air in the fuel somewhere. Whether it's a filter, cracked line, maybe the pickup tube's broke in the tank, but somewhere you're getting air in the fuel. And I said, Google the model number and look up how to manually get those codes. And she says, I've been on the phone with Cummins all day. They said, you can't do that with this one. I said, send me the fucking model number. I said, send me a picture of the data tag. I don't give a fuck what some idiot told you on the fucking phone. They don't make them so you can't fucking read the code. That's not real. So I fucking get it, look it up, send her a video. And she says, that video looks ancient. And I said, doesn't fucking matter. It's how you check for the codes on that. So that's what the hell. And then she responds and says, fair enough, I'll try that tomorrow when I get back there. I'm actually almost out of gas and I don't have any money till I get paid.
No.
And I don't know how I'm going to get to work tomorrow, ... And I thought, you motherfucker.
That's out of fucking control.
What the fuck?
Holy crap.
Of all the shit I got to deal with today, you think I'm factoring how you're fucking getting gas tomorrow?
For you.
You 26-year-old fucking idiot.
What the fuck?
It pissed me off.
Yeah,
I opened that
dude.
shit and didn't respond. I'm going to block her on everything tonight. You fucking dumb bitch ass. What the fuck?
That's out of control.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how I'm going to get to work tomorrow. Well, take that knowledge I just gave you and go back to your fucking shop and get them to give you a front on fixing that fucking generator. You
No
fucking
kidding.
moron.
That's nuts.
It's crazy. It's been so long.
But
And I
that's
realized
what,
that
though.
I'm at a good place in my life that no one asked me to borrow money.
Yeah.
Like,
Isn't
my
that so
close
cool?
friends know they could if they needed to, but I don't have random people around asking to borrow money.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, it took like a couple of years because I hung out with some broke motherfuckers. It took like a couple of years of them being like, yo, let me borrow $40 till payday. No, don't ask me that shit. Look, you can just say you're broke. I'm not. I don't want to give you fucking money.
Yeah.
You know what's cooler than loaning you $40? I'm not loaning you anything. I just leave my shit the way it is.
Work harder.
Yeah, do better. I see your Snapchats. You're out at the fucking bar every weekend and shit, and you want to talk about needing money?
Nothing we can do about that.
Hate it.
I can sympathize with that. I like when my friends are rich. I like to not need money from my friends.
Except I owe you $15.
Or not from my friends, but from people I message on Facebook out of the blue that I haven't talked to.
And that's the part that pissed me off the most. I would so not feel comfortable with that.
Isn't that crazy?
What the fuck?
I just know a gal that's kind of like this. And I think it's just like the hot girl thing where it's like, she just think, is she hot?
She used to be a looker, but she's covered in fucking tattoos. Not like, a girl could be covered in tattoos from head to toe. I don't mind that a bit. Yeah, these are shitty, cheap, druggy fucking tattoos.
Okay. I was just thinking, I don't know, it's just a weird thing to expect that you
And she lives in like South Carolina.
Oh.
Or some shit. When we talked a week ago, she said all this shit about, oh, I was with my kid's dad and he was super abusive and just all this shit. I don't have my kid anymore and I'm working over here.
Oh, she's doing bullshit.
Yeah, and just unloaded all this white trash bullshit on me. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. The fuck would you tell me that for? I don't even fucking know you. I haven't seen you in 10 fucking years. Who are you talking to? Fucking idiot. But yeah, so today when she hits me with that shit, yo, fuck, you're fucked up. I didn't put you there. I didn't put you in this fucked up situation. You did.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Fuck out of here. Someone's gonna feel bad for you. Give you sympathy. I'm not.
Call your mom.
Yeah.
I did it today. Your mom will care if you don't have money to
That was a perfect segue into what I'm getting at. If you need anything, call your mom. Don't call me.
That's easy.
I knew we'd get back to the humor. I got in my head for a minute. I think it's just because we're at the office.
I know. Sorry, I did that. And that door's open. If you close it, it'll help.
Do you think so? Because
Feng
no one
shui.
else is here.
Feng Shui is utilizing energy to harmonize the space that you occupy. Whew! Doesn't that feel nice?
Fucking Muppet. Oh. Cool. Yeah, I don't know, dude. She sucked.
She did. You're the king. We
Thank
know
you.
you. Today was the coolest day ever. You
Thank
fucking put in
you.
work.
I read
Showed
a
up.
book.
Good vibes.
I did the Cat Williams. I read 4 books this morning in 30 minutes.
I watched a sunset for 10 minutes. I read for 20 minutes. 8 books.
Yeah, sick as hell.
That's nice. Did you eat good?
I had a quesadilla for lunch.
That ain't bad.
I think I had a breakfast sandwich. I went and got milk for coffee this morning, so you didn't have to go.
Yeah, that was so cool. Then
I wasn't going to have that conversation.
But then I made coffee at home, and the coffee they have there is dark roast.
Well, by the time you got here, it was a little late for coffee.
Mm-hmm. It was dark roast. I tried to sleep in so I would feel good today. Whatever. The dark roast fucking...
It's too much.
It was tough. It made me explode out of my ass.
Oh, yeah. It'll wake you up and clean you out. That's for damn sure.
It was no good. It was like a little firecracker.
I did that. Just my medium roast coffee did that to me today. But I had it coming. I did some fun this weekend.
Mm-hmm. And that's going to cost you.
Yeah, we ate shitty food. We drank booze. We lived. So today. The boiler was on the fritz, man. You could say.
That was very nice.
It was?
That was excellently done. Just letting loose, doing memories.
And I shut myself down early each time. I didn't fucking go on a bender into oblivion.
Damn, that's nice too.
Yeah. You
just had the appropriate amount of fun.
Just the right amount.
Do you have a plan for moving forward, or do we just spin out on that so we don't know yet? I know you're big.
I think the answer is I don't know yet. I don't want to drink all of June. I know that. But I'm really stuck in between right now with the whole, like, I'm on the edge of the whole fucking, I just don't want to drink anymore. And it's not even to the point, like, I used to say that and then drink Fireball 7 days a week. Mm-hmm. I'm not even drinking heavy anymore, and every fucking time that I do, it makes me feel bad. Not sick, not ill. Mm-hmm. It makes me, like, feel like shit about myself. Mm-hmm. There's some block going on there, and I think getting to the bottom of that is going to decide the future for sure. But I think we've always been on our way here, and there's always been a part of me that knows that leaving that lifestyle behind me will probably be a necessity to gain the things that I want to. And not everyone has that. Not everyone loses sight of goals and, loses drive and ambition and willpower when they get on an alcohol bender. And for some reason, I just do. When I'm fucking drinking, I fucking care less. Mm-hmm. I'm happy with less. Mm-hmm. And then I wake up in the morning a different person.
With less.
Conflicted, going, hey, we should be working harder and we should be doing more. These are the things we want. And then at night, fucking it off. And I think that battle is just
unsustainable.
It's wearing me out.
Well, we're running into an hour and 2 minutes here, but I'm very glad that you said exactly what you said, because it's exactly how I feel. It's the biggest battle I fight all the time. And maybe it's just two addicts that just need to jump off the cliff and be sober or something. But the big battle is I build it up, the different parts of me that are competing. One part of me says, it builds it up in my head that, like, oh, the smoking dank-ass herb that you do is, like, restricting you. And it's like, you're all about getting on the right path, going where you're supposed to go, and this is going to keep you from that. And then another part of me goes, it's a fucking plant that you smoke and it makes you laugh a little bit. Chill the fuck out. We're just living our life. We're going to not take it too seriously.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Well, and that's what I get worried about, because that's what I've told myself my whole 20s was, we're fucking kids. I heard a thing in my first marriage that I fucking held on to my entire 20s. Danielle, I shouldn't say names, but my first wife asked her dad about relationship problems that me and her were having, because her mom told her, I dealt with a lot of the same stuff with your dad. Mm-hmm. It felt like he constantly wanted to be running, partying, working on shit with his friends, doing anything but being home. And what he said to her was, don't ruin his fucking 20s. He's a goddamn kid. Don't act like he should be 45 years old with a house for you and all this other shit. Don't put that pressure on him. He's just a fucking kid. Let him enjoy his 20s. He's got the rest of his life to get his shit together. It is. And I held on to it.
Said, I'll fucking...
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it made so much sense to me, because that's how it felt. It's like, hey, I work hard. Yes. I'm a good dad. Yes. I'm doing, like, I'm a good enough person. I'm not going to be... Just because we got married doesn't mean that I am now not hanging out with my friends. I work, I come home, I take care of the yard, and we're saving to buy a house that we can do. That's not how my brain works. Mm-hmm. If I'm not having fun, I'm not doing it. Mm-hmm. I don't give a fuck. Whatever the goal is, we're having fun along the way, or we ain't fucking doing it. I'm not here for it. But I feel like here this last, 6-8 months, it's really more starting to feel like, okay, well, we had our fun and we're not having fun anymore. Do we want to go do some of those things? Yeah. You stare at shiny riverboats every time you drive by them. You make more than people that have those riverboats. We're not far from it. So I feel like it's just getting to the point with me with where I want to be and where I'm planning to be in the next few years. I just don't think that a substance of any kind, alcohol, pot, shrooms, I don't think that I can check out anymore
as much of a
and
home.
not focus on
Sure.
it.
Unless, and because that's what I was thinking today, and it's not even, it's just a problem for the future. The what you do then is you go, all right, well, we'll chill on that shit. And then maybe a day will come in the future when your shit's sorted a little bit and you can dabble. Maybe
For sure.
not. Maybe that ain't for you. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We'll start with the not doing shit right now.
Ben tells me
But I don't know
on
how
the
to do
days that, because he's completely sober, I think he smoked pot the first like 45 or 47 days of going to AA before he put that down. And he said, and I asked him, I said, does it ever feel hopeless? Like, does it ever feel like life's boring and shit? And he said, not 1 second of any day. He said, I wake up every day happier, with more money than I've ever had, happier than I've ever been, great job. Great. He said, there's not one aspect of my life that could be better if I was smoking pot or drinking.
And is he telling the truth?
Yeah.
Or is that what he has to tell himself to
He
not
lives
smoke
it.
pot?
No.
Because here's what I say.
See, and this is the part of our brain that keeps us on the shit.
Let's
That's
hear
the part
from
you're
him.
talking about. Okay.
He says that, because like if a guy could.
Can I pause you for a
Yes.
second? Because this just got to me. For anyone listening, I don't smoke pot. When I say smoke pot or drink, I'm relating mine and Braxton's. I drink and he smokes pot. I don't want that to be misconstrued. But anyways.
What was I saying?
Oh, you're talking about the part of your brain that says, does he believe
Yeah.
that? Or
Well, no, yeah, because there's a part of me that goes, and it's very doable. I know it's doable because I could do it with booze if I want. I've done it before. It's like, yeah, if I smoke weed once a month, wouldn't that be safe? Or just on the weekends, you know what I mean? And I know it's all doable to do. It just takes discipline for a little while.
For sure.
Maybe you take a month off, then you just have a rigid schedule about it.
and that definitely could
I think
be.
that would be a more ideal life for me than being off the stuff.
Perfect.
I really do.
And
I could do it.
I saw a clip not too long ago that made me happy. It was just some dude on a podcast, and he said, if you used to do heroin and now all you do is drink, I'm proud of you. If you're an alcoholic, but you're drinking 2 days less a week, I'm fucking proud of you. And it was like the whole point was just whatever works for you works. I'm not saying anyone should or shouldn't, but the more I find that I've tried doing this battle of you bringing it back in and thinking I'm going to have that control is when and it's not even about control. It's just getting to the point now where it doesn't bring me anything that's worth how I feel about it. It used to be a safe space for me to, and probably dealing with a lot of shit from my last divorce because that made me a sad son of a bitch.
I had a thought on what
was really
alcohol
crutching,
does.
and now it's like there's nothing left to crutch. We're past that.
Yes.
We're years
fully with
past
you
all
there.
that, and it just every time I go back to it, and there's not one fucking goddamn sober person with a good fucking life that's super happy and they love that can tell you there's something to be gained by getting fucked up on the weekend. There's a reason you had to try and moderate it or quit it to begin, and they all put it after a few years. They're like, oh yeah, that's the crazy part of my brain saying, well, we don't have to quit it forever. We can bring it back because we don't want to let that thing go. And then when they let it go, they go, gee, all the fucking bullshit that came from the fuck.
We've done it with women. We've done it 1,000 times with 1,000 different things. Thank you for pointing that out. I was thinking recently, okay, so you know but you know the idea about the self and all the parts. And I was thinking about a good way to explain it being like, if the self sits at the head of the table and all the different parts are like full sub-personalities, and it's how different parts of us feel and what they think about situations. And so when those parts are acting up or taking the reins or sitting at the head of the table running the asylum or whatever, I was thinking how alcohol in that situation, it seems, like placates the self, that true self that like steps up and says, hey, you guys are all being brats, we're going to all get along or whatever it does. It makes the self quieter, and then the part of you gets to like have fun. And I feel like as we become more self-led and less led by our parts, but we're like leading with the self and being led by the self, I feel like when you drink alcohol, then that just makes the self quieter, and you go, hey, I'm trying to hear that fucking self-talk, but then those parts come in. You go, no, fuckers, like, we're trying to get a lot. Do you know what I'm saying?
100%.
It's kind of like what it used to do to the dinner party of our internal sub-personalities was make it work. And now it, like, makes what we're trying to do not work.
And this might be something that doesn't make any sense and you have to cut out, but I'm going to run with that thought while you're talking about it. Mm-hmm. That makes me relate it to the part of me that in the morning goes, God, this makes us feel like shit. Like, this is arguing with our Constitution. Mm-hmm. This is not going to work. It's a constant battle. When that part of me is at the wheel, that part is also the same part that's having the good days when we're a week off alcohol and we're getting good sleep and we're doing this stuff. Yes. So it's hard for me to... that's getting too loud to keep doing what I'm doing, right? Yes. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I do think I think that's what you're trying to say, and I will say...
It's like, I would rather, no matter that I want to trust... That's what I was trying to get at. Sorry that I got kind of lost in that. What I was trying to get at was, that's the part of me that I want to trust. Because I know either part... I can listen to the guy that goes, God damn, it's been 21 days, cowboy. Things probably got to be different. Yeah. I can still drink a fifth of tequila and be sad the next day. I can still,
So what if we
I want to listen to that guy that's like, yo, you remember that Kick-Ass 21 days? All you got to do is not fucking crack that beer. Start to get, just today don't drink, and then you start getting a couple days. And I'm just ready for the fucking ball to roll downhill already. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. And that's very fun. And that's where I'm trying to figure out, this is what I don't understand about all these what great ways of looking at it. And how helpful is it to kind of look at it that way? Mm-hmm. What I don't understand fully is, because we have an inner critic that's kind of just a cunt. Only, you know what I mean? But then we have...
You guys think I can be a cunt in the shop? Try to live it up here, dude. Jesus
And I don't think... And a lot of times that's like the dictator within that we're supposed to...
I'll sometimes walk past a mirror and go, you fucking fat piece of shit. What the fuck's the matter? I'm like, God damn. I know.
Chill, bro. Yeah, it's horrible.
This is what we are now at 30, you fucking pile of shit.
So the inner critic, we don't trust that dictator within that fucking yells at us. But that voice is so similar to like our conscience sometimes, like when we go, or, our true self saying, I fucking feel like shit, I don't want to drink, I hate this, I hate myself. And so, and I don't know, you know what I mean? They blend together a little bit, and one of them we don't like, and one of them we do like, and they kind of sound the same.
They sound exactly the fucking same, dude. They're the same person. They're just fucking, it feels like a trick constantly.
Because I'll tell you this, I've been very sober in various forms, various different times, or I've had jobs and I've not had jobs, or I've done exercise and I've not exercised. And while things are generally better when I'm doing the things that are good for me, I love that. While things are generally better while I'm doing the things that are good for me, I will say that the inner critic is still there. All the horrible thoughts come around. The date, I'll get a nice 4-day stretch, even when I'm doing everything that I think, is best for my well-being. I'll have a few days of just fucking
beating the
feeling
shit out
alone,
of yourself.
hating myself, being isolated, having shame.
So how do we beat that?
Mindfulness.
We got to find a way out of that.
Yeah, just mindfulness. You build all the right habits and tools and stuff.
When's the last time you've done a mindful meditation?
Dude, the Lord's been telling me to meditate for like 2 or 3 months, and I
haven't meditated in a while.
I just want to watch the Matt McCusker video where he teaches you how to meditate. It fucking is sick. It's kind of
his
funny.
part on tires was funny as fuck.
What was he?
He was the cop on the bike that rides up to the back of the garage when they're doing the bikini car wash. He's like, yeah, I'm getting a lot of complaints. You guys don't have any permits. There's an open container. I don't like to do this, but I'm going to have to shut you down. and I think Shane says, you need a permit for tits? And he goes, you need a fucking permit for everything.
That's right. I do remember.
Fucking good shit.
Well, who knows? Thanks for chatting with me about that.
Another week in the bag.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. I'm just putting this out there unedited, other than that one bleep that you heard early on, but we don't even have to revisit that. It's a little long. I hope everybody loves it.
It's going to be what it's going to be.
And we're going to freaking keep rolling.
We are, too.
You want to say anything super foul and aggressive and fun and happy?
Like, follow, comment, do something.
Comment. We got to get
comment.